Hello everyone, this is Jerry3904. It's time for a new tips and tricks. We want to look at what's been going on. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. I want to show you some of the new goodies that are coming down that are ready in about a week or so to be packaged up. Take a look at Dockmaker, which has some significant additions, really nice stuff, work by Adrian. And then take a look finally at the upgrade of MX Fluxbox itself, which you probably saw come through about a week ago or so, just to make sure people saw what happened. So with that as a background, we'll just go ahead and get going. Okay, let's start with the goodies. Originally we had 4 in the last packaging of MX goodies, MXFB goodies. Now I think there are 8 or 9. And you can always see them if you go to my repertory. Just have to Google GitHub Jerry3904 and then click on MXFB-goodies is one of the repos there. And you can scroll down and then you can actually then see images of all the ones that are there. These include the ones we had already and some new ones that I'm going to talk about today. So you can always do that, and you can, prior to that being released as a package, you can click on, see which one, for instance, on this one I'm going to show you, and this is actually the script, and you can click on this raw over here. And now you can just Control A to Control A to highlight everything, Control C to copy it, and then you can paste that into a script on your own desktop if you want to check it out. It may be that you miss an icon or something like that, but this is in general how you would do it. All right, I've taken 3 of those and I've actually installed them on this old laptop. This is, by the way, I do all these videos on this HP Elite book. It's a 2008 Elite book. It was originally for the business community, and it works very well. So I use it for all my videos. So I've installed it here, and I'm going to start by using that little timer to make sure I don't talk too much. So I'll go to Rofi, and then I'm going to open up Run because these are not. They don't have MXFB dash. And here is the list of the ones that are in there. We saw the first 4 last time. And then here are 3 new ones: Quickshot, Simple Weather, and Timer. I'm going to start this. It's a little timer. It's very straightforward. And how many minutes? Well, I'm going to give myself 4 minutes. Let me see if it's got a sound. Yep, good. So in theory, that's going to run and click at me 4 minutes later. So, oops, that's interesting. It disappeared. Let's see what happens, see if that works. So I'm going to take a look at Quickshot, which is quite cool. It's a script that was originally written by a very famous German Fluxbox person named Tenor. He's did a lot of the style stuff, and he created this, and I liked it so much that I've fixed it up for MX use. And what this will do is to take with one click in less than a second, it'll take a screenshot. This is set to take an entire screenshot, save that screenshot, and show it to me. So if I hit return, this should just pop up for us. There it is. There's now the screenshot that I had there. And if I go F3 to get into our friend here, here is the actual image itself, and there it is. So it's neat if you do a lot of screenshots. It's very quick. It's very neat. It's using a simple, good image capture application called Scrot, S-C-R-O-T, and which is inherently part of Fluxbox. I want to show you that it has an option in the script. Here is Quickshot, and I'm going to open it up as a script. And you will see, if I get a little larger, you will see that there's two options. One is that what we're using now is a full shot, but you can change it so it's interactive. So when you click it, you then draw yourself a frame and get that picture. So those scripts sometimes are nice to look at. Okay, so much for Quickshot. It's pretty handy. I use it a lot, and it's pretty nice. Second one is something called Simple Weather. A very nice. Let me get always over to the run and do MXFB dash, and there's Simple Weather. And that's quite cool because it just pops up this ASCII screen of your regional weather. This is kind of, I think, very neat to look at, very fast. And this is a 3-day weather forecast. And it's a neat little weather item for a very simple one. So we're going to use that to look at the Dockmaker changes. So let me go to Appearance, Docs, Dockmaker. I'm going to edit the default dock. This machine isn't the fastest of all things, but now we're going to put it in somewhere. I'm trying to think where it would go. Let's put it so I can find it. Let's put it right in the center. And now I can add an application. I'm going to use a command, and you remember what we had, MXFB dash weather, simple dash weather, and we have to find an icon, and I found one that I like. So this is Mocha. We're going to go 6464 apps. And I found one called Typhoon, there it is, that actually is a weather kind of icon. And you can see it right there now. So we can save this. Time is up. My alarm. I guess I've hit my 4 minutes. We can save this. Thank you. We can save this now. Keep it where it is. Close that. Do you want to overwrite the doc file? Yes, I do. Name to show is still going to be default doc. And say OK. Thank you. And now I can close this. And now you'll see it's highlighted in white. That's because I forgot to change the frame to black. But it's now inserted where we wanted to, which is really neat. And when I click on that button, I get my hotsy-totsy instant weather forecast. So I think that's pretty nifty myself, and it's something I think is really pretty neat. And Adrian's rewrite of Dockmaker is a lot more capable. You can move things, you can insert things, as you saw. It's really become a really nice, powerful item. All right, well, that's going to do it for, you saw the timer, you saw Quickshot, and you saw Simple Weather. When we release, then the next tips and tricks, I'll show you the remaining ones so you know what's going on. All right, for the final portion of tips and tricks number 4, we're going to take a look at the MX Fluxbox upgrade that came through. A lot of it was the changes were technical, things looking forward to where both Fluxbox and MX Linux are going to go in a few months. So we had to make those changes now. But we made some inside the root menu, the basic Fluxbox menu, and those I'd like to actually kind of show you because they have some significance. First, I'm going to right-click and go to Settings, Configure, Menu, and that's not very visible, so I'm going to go back to that tiling thing and do Control-9 to get it over here, where it's very handy. And you'll notice a number of things if you're familiar with it. In addition to this remark up above, there are some things that are missing. This is a much shorter, just physically shorter menu. And that's because we've moved now we're using 3 different sub-menus. If You see that right there. 3 different sub menus, one appearance, one for setting, and one for out of sight. And that has the advantage of making it a lot less complex, a lot less in our face, all that kind of thing. So we like this a lot, and I'll show you in a minute what we can do with that if we want to take a look at it. So there's that, and we moved, you may remember the about was up here, and it's now buried in the settings submenu, because it shouldn't, these are just there for common files. There's no reason to have about way up there. And we introduced in settings, we'll take a look at that in a minute, we introduced a backup entry in settings using an application called grsync, a very nice, very Fluxbox-like application, works extremely well. So let's take a look at, this is what the script looked like. Let's take a look at the actual menu. If I right-click, this right-click, and you can see now all those sub menus come up just normally. And here's settings, and there's about is now, but is where this is about, and that shows us that about screen. And so settings, if we go to backup, that's going to pop open this nice grsync. There we go. And it's a very simple screen. It works extremely well. It has some advanced options. Extra options kind of thing. It works, it's very nice. I also use it on my workstation with the MXFB version, and it works where there. I run it as root because I'm backing it up to an external hard drive. But so we have this now. We thought it was important for Fluxbox to have its own Fluxbox-like backup application, and now we have that there. It's really nice. So let's go back to the menu, not the one we see here, but the way we saw it, configure menu. This tells us where those submenus are. And one of the advantages of, it's nice to get them out of our face, but what if you want to change those submenus? You know, what if you want to change the settings or appearance? And so you have a couple of options. And one is to become root and deal with them with those submenus there. And another way is to copy them into your Fluxbox folder and then just rewrite this menu so it doesn't point to user share. It just points to your local. Let me show you that. We'll go to F3, open up. We're going to go to the file system. We're going to go to user, I'm going to go to share to MXFlux folder and the menu subfolder. And there are the 3 submenus. And we can, if we're root, I'm not, but I can still open it up. That's what it looks like. And I could become root and edit this in root. Or a more interesting way is to actually right-click this. I'm going to copy it, go back to my Fluxbox menu, and paste it into scripts. So now appearance is here, and so I can change it when I get to my menu. I can change my menu. I can say for appearance, don't go down to where it was before. Just go to home /.fluxbox/ where are we? Scripts. And save that. Now if I've done it right, it's going to work, but if I've screwed it up, which I often do, it won't work. We'll find out. Appearance. There they are. So this is now going to just to my local Fluxbox folder, no longer to root folder. So now I can change these any way I want to. So the same thing with settings and the same thing with out of sight. Kind of neat. We put them into root because if there's more than one user, then all users have access to it that way. But it's pretty simple to go ahead and bring it back into your own folder. Well, that's it. This is tips and tricks number 4. We wanted to look at some of the goodies that are coming, show you the neat changes in Dockmaker, and make sure that you understood MX Fluxbox upgrade. Hang in there. Let me know what you think. I'll see you later.